Hey everyone, welcome to Review Time with Islip. I almost said Islip's Arcade, can you believe that? Review Time with Islip, your host Islip, and let's get on with the review. I'm going to be reviewing the Combiner Wars. Is it Wave 4? Might be Wave 4. I forget. But Combiner Wars Ironhide. And I had such high hopes for this guy. I'll say that right off the bat. I had some high hopes for him. And Hasbro, as far as I'm concerned, they dropped the ball on this one. Now, I'll be honest, I was thinking of already doing this repaint of into this color of from Off-Road, Combiner Wars Off-Road. But I don't know. Seeing as it came out like this, I'm glad I didn't waste my time and money. Because it's not bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But as an Ironhide, it really, compared to the other Ironhides we've gotten, the one that was remolded from Cup, or Sergeant Cup, not really remolded, just recolored, that one actually, in comparison, came out really well. This, I don't know, it doesn't feel Ironhide-y, if that's a word. But it does what it needs to. You can see, as with their repaints, they really don't give new weapons. They just repaint the same old weapons, whether it fits the character or not. So, here we got the axe here, the Energon axe, I guess. I don't know. It turns into an off-road pickup. It rolls. It has this foot handgun thing that turns into like a, honestly, a pretty decent what do you call it? Engine block. I mean, I really actually like this. I wish the other vehicles, their weapons turn into basically an engine block or a supercharger or whatever that is. I just wish this could tuck down some so it wouldn't be so out there. But you know, you can't have it all. But it's nice. It's pretty cool. And of course, you can take it off and plug it into one of the ports on the side. We're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and move on with the review and bring out the original version of this mold, Off-Road, so you can see that paint scheme aside, they are the exact same figure. The exact same figure. Everything is the exact same. The only difference is the color. Everything down to the last detail, the weapons, exactly the same. They didn't remold any parts of it like they should have. I think they should have remolded it a bit to make it, maybe give him his own little back, like you gave it. This is the same basic mold as this. The only thing is they actually went and threw in some, well, it's not the same. It's the same transformation as this guy, but they remolded it. So it looks like a completely different vehicle with some similarities. You know, got the engine block on the top. Still has the same old axe though. And obviously it's similar, but it's different. And I don't know why they couldn't do the same thing with him. Really, I don't understand why they couldn't, you know. Missed opportunity, Hasbro. Missed opportunity. If they would have taken the back end of this and then remolded the front of this to maybe meet up here, you could have actually made a van mode. A van mode, and Ironhide would have been Ironhide. At least in the vehicle mode. The vehicle mode, it is just a recolor of this guy. And to me, it doesn't really work, is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't work as well as it really should. But, that said, let's go ahead and get him into his robot mode. And here we have Ironhide in his robot mode. And again, the exact same, everything aside from the head and the color is exactly the same as, what's his name? Off-Road. They didn't even remold the chest in any way. It is the exact same chest. It's just recolored. The details are the same. The head is nice, but it doesn't. There's something off about it. Something not quite Ironhidey. Like they messed up somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where they messed up, but they messed up somewhere because it's not quite right. Something feels off, and I don't know. He just feels. You know what? Part of it is he feels really. I don't know. I can't explain it. Like he's over thin. He's too skinny, maybe? I don't know. I can't tell you what it is exactly that feels off with this figure. I wonder if his hands are supposed to be red. I gotta check that out. I don't think his hands are supposed to be red. But something here just feels off. Anyway, the articulation is the exact same as with every other version of this figure. So while we're talking about every other version of this figure, let me bring out every other version of this figure. Go away, bug. So here we've got, was it First Aid? I think it was First Aid, and the originator of this mold, Off-Road, and you can see, well, you can see here that they went and they remolded some stuff, so it's not the exact same figure. And again, I don't know why they didn't remold some stuff with this guy, so that it's not basically the exact same figure as this guy. Don't get me wrong, I love this figure. It doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't, maybe the problem is that instead of coming with guns, he's got this thing and an axe. When you think of Ironhide, you think of guns, of weapons, of... When is the last time you saw an Ironhide use a sword, or an axe, or any kind of melee weapon? So, but let's go ahead and we'll turn them over to the side a bit so we can get a side. Ironhide, stop doing that. A side view, and you, what's wrong with you? Okay, bit of a side view comparison. You can see all three of them. I mean, it's a great mold. It is. It's just, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out what it is about this figure that is off, because I mean, we've had Ironhides that were, get away, Ironhides that were pickup trucks before, so I don't know why this bothers me so much. Maybe his head. Maybe it's mostly his head. I don't know. I wonder if I can. I wish I could get this part right here to fold back down more, because that would actually go a long way to help making him look different than this guy over here. I mean, if you just look like this, that's actually a much better silhouette. I mean, it's still not perfect, but I think that looks better. But yeah. Okay, thank you. So we got the triplets here. By far, honestly, I think out of all of them, I think he is probably my least favorite of this particular set. Yeah, I know I'm doing a lot more belly aching than I really feel comfortable doing. I mean, he's not a bad figure. It's just, I don't know. He just could have did just a few more tweaks, and this could have been a great figure. I mean, he's a really good figure. Just not quite Ironhidey enough for me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, on to limb modes. And here we go in arm mode. And he does make a pretty decent arm. Again, same posability as the other figures. Nothing really different. Really, nothing really different. I'm gonna compare him. I'm not gonna compare him with. I was gonna say Outback again. I don't know why I keep thinking Outback. He's not Outback. Off-Road. And I'm gonna skip the comparison. I'm just gonna go ahead with the Protectobot First Aid. I think it's First Aid. I believe it's First Aid. I don't know. I'm old, and you can see same basic figure, except that First Aid is a little more chunky because of his ambulance mode being a full ambulance and not a pickup truck. But you can see the exact same transformation. The only difference is that the storage points are on the back of the vehicle mode, which means the axe for this guy will be stored there instead of on the back of the arm. But yeah, it's an arm. It does what it needs to. It can shake hands with the other guy, and yeah. And here we go with leg mode, and yeah, this is how, I don't know why, I just like him as a leg, and yeah, he's pretty decent, pretty cool, pretty nice. He should have been Hoist. I think, wasn't it Hoist? Hoist has the force field. Yeah, when the Autobots were pretending to be Menasor, it was Hoist instead of this guy, and I think there were some other changes too. And there you can see the exact same mold again. So they make great legs. They make great legs. So when I attach them, I like to have them reversed of Menasor's figures, color schemes. Whoops. Just to, I don't know. I don't know. There's something about that I like. So, yeah. Then we have Combined Wars Ironhide. But, yeah. I'm Icelip. On to the next vid. Ciao. Go away, you freaking bugs. Insects, whatever.